What's up, everyone? I'm here. We got another great guest, man, who's been on the show before. My good friend, Mr. Jay Jones. Jay, how we doing?
Great, Max. Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate you.
Of course. You guys don't know, I interviewed Jay Jones back a while ago, or not too long ago. You could find that right there. And but if you didn't watch that, Jay, why don't you just give us a quick introductory of who you are, what you do?
Well, Max, thanks so much again for having me. I appreciate all you do for the sport. You really are, driving a lot of interest in our sport in the New England area, and hopefully continue to grow in the Northeast. And really happy with your presence as a media company in New England covering wrestling. So I've been coaching at Rhode Island College now for 25 years. A few years back, I decided, New England, Carl Adams had, kind of stopped coaching at Boston University. They had a huge camp there. And we were trying to make something happen in New England that was special to attract people from all over. And we started to do that when I built Revolution. It actually started as, just a camp down at URI. And I had great kids like Jude Correa, who's going to University of Michigan. He got his start with us. He obviously followed it up with Doughboy and blossomed into a great career when we went out down to Wyoming Seminary, and he's grown to one of the nation's best wrestlers. But having June as a little kid, just a great memory of mine in our camp, and just so many kids along the way that have been thriving in New England and doing well over those years. And then eventually the pandemic hit, and we actually, before that even happened, before the pandemic happened, we decided that the camp age is kind of over because so many kids are in clubs, and the best kids want to be with their club coaches. So yeah, we just started to drive home the attendance in our tournament. Back in 2019, we had somewhere around 3,000 plus people come into URI, and including like Yanni's little brothers, like teams from Indiana and Virginia, Michigan, not to mention all the Northeast regulars, such as the New England teams, the New York teams, New Jersey teams, Pennsylvania.
It almost sounds like
really
a small national duels.
I wouldn't say it was a small nationals, but it was definitely growing.
Not small, but it wasn't like NHSCA national duels. But
it wasn't like
all over.
It wasn't like NHSCA, but it was 12 match strong and wrestling all day. And we had a beach fest that went along with it, and we're trying to get that back. But then the pandemic hit, and the New Way guys, Dave Dean, they decided to go down to Pennsylvania for a year with it. We tried to bring it back to New England, and now we're growing this Revolution again back, and I'm excited to be. We dropped the New Way partnership. They're just doing their own thing, and nothing to talk negatively. It was just time to split and move on. Dave Dean, who coached, who's dad of both Max and Gabe, who were very successful at Cornell, and of course Max went on to Penn State and won there as well. But great people, great family, great guys we worked with. But it was time to move on, and now we've got a pretty strong network of Desi Kaplan and his Cap Wrestling and his crew, and my staff at Rhode Island College, and just great relationships we built with great clubs in New England over the years. Whether it's Mayo Quanchi here in Rhode Island, back when Blackstone Wrestling was existing. Now Colin Smith's with us. We've got Matt Smith's been always dedicated from the barn. The Doughboy guys, Nick Logan, Brendan Casey, Mike Marshall, Dave Shuneman, and the crew up there. Just a great crew. Matt Daney, just to name a few. The Metro West guys, the Iron Faith guys. Empire Wrestling's always been dedicated to our event. John Deagle. So we've got a great network of consistent people that come. There's too many to mention, obviously, but just those are the guys that have been there from the infancy, and we'd like to continue to keep growing this event. This Revolution event is intended to be one of the better summer events to come to in New England. We now have freestyle and Greco, so kids can use it as a Fargo prep, or kids that aren't going out to Fargo that have done some freestyle work all spring can can come win a New England championship in freestyle or Greco. So that's pretty exciting for those kids. So a lot of great wrestling going to happen at the Revolution at the end of June. It's a pre-4th of July. Revolution is happened in the Boston area. That's where it all began for our country, and that's around the birth of our country. So that's Dave Dean actually came up with that theme. We used to call it Battle by the Beach at URI, and we've grown the event, and we're going to continue to. It's very special.
Yeah. And you mentioned it was at URI in previous years. You said it went down to Pennsylvania. We got it in Mansfield, Massachusetts this year, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's third straight year in Mansfield. Some great people out there. A guy named Dan Kern is the GM of a local company up there that is really running the facility part of it. I got Desi Kaplan of Cap Wrestling running that. I've got a couple of great guys getting the officials together, and my staff, and it's gonna be great. We love the event. We love the individual and dual aspect of it, so kids can come earn medals individually. We got great medals this year. We got flags for OWs. We got girls. We got freestyle. We got Greco. There's something for everybody. We got college 5-on-5. How exciting is that? That's always fun. Guys,
does RIC have a team locked in for that?
What's that?
RIC has their team locked in yet?
We got 2 or 3 teams locked in.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Got some numbers. That's going to be fun. The WPI guys reached out, NEC guys reached out, some other guys reached out, so we're excited about that. There's an open division, so guys can come and wrestle. A lot of fun, and again, we're trying to grow the sport in the area. As you know, when you go down to Pennsylvania, it's just what they do, and we're trying to make it wrestling to be a very important part of New England and become a mainstay. And I think there's so many great kids doing so many great things on the national level coming out of New England, Rhode Island specifically. I mean, the kids they have at the national level, just off the charts from when I was growing up. And I think it's a testament to the club scene. The guys are putting their time in day after day, traveling, getting out there. Great coaches in the state doing really great things. And, so Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, there's kids at the national level in all our states. So it's just wonderful to see. And we're just trying to provide opportunities. And I think we provide a pretty great service. And I think the split with New Way is going to help. I think, some people were, I received a lot of phone calls that this is a very positive thing. And we're excited to just run it ourselves. Be a lot more attention to detail, a lot more attention to our constituents, our kids, our families that are coming to this event. So we're so excited.
Yeah. Jay, question I have is, and I'm going to answer my own question first, then you could give your feedback on my answer, and of course, give your input. But if you could give one word to describe the Revolution, event, what would it be? Mine would just be opportunities. Because you brought it up before, there's something for everyone. Freestyle, Greco, there's the folk style, the 5v5 club. It really is crazy just the amount of wrestling that's going to be going on. There's something for everyone. If you want to try your hand at freestyle, go for it. That's my thought of one word to describe it.
Yeah, well, you took the exact word I was going to use. So the opportunity is there for everybody. And it's with anything with any venture you're trying to put forth, there's obviously risk. When you put so many opportunities out there, there's an investment in that, and we hope that our club coaches in the area invest their time and their efforts to supporting a local event. So I think the word to me is, if you want to be better in wrestling, you've got to invest in it. And what a better way to do it with a local area event. And I would suggest that all wrestlers in their off season invest time in our sport, and that's really what it's about. So I would tell people to invest in what we do, because it's only going to make them better. Competition is going to breed better competition, better wrestling, more mat time, and that's what we're all about.
Yeah, and I'd say invest, in freestyle and Greco-Roman too. You got to expand your horizons, and this is probably going to be one of the premier freestyle Greco events, of the whole year. So this will be great.
And we're providing, like, if anybody signs up for folk style, they're going to get discounted rates to jump into the so we're not trying to gouge families in any way. I mean, it costs money to run an event, facilities, personnel, insurance. There's obviously a ton of stuff that goes into it.
The discount just shows you're trying to provide the opportunities.
Correct. And that wasn't always provided in the past with the partnership. And I'm excited that we are, not in the business of gouging, not in the business of trying to take from everybody. In fact, we've got less divisions in the duals. The dual meet setup this year is K through 8 in high school, as opposed to having 14 divisions where clubs just can't afford that many entry fees and that many people trying to fulfill divisions that just aren't feasible in the summertime with the youth. And it's just not fair to clubs, and we're trying to make it fair for clubs and provide opportunity. And I think we're doing a great job of it. And like I said, I hope these clubs invest in us because we're investing in the opportunity, and we're hoping people continue to buy in.
Yeah. So how many years has this is going to be the 5th year of Revolution? 6th?
It's let's see. So we got 3 years here in Mansfield. We had a year in Pennsylvania, 2 years at University of Rhode Island. So and again, we had before that we had the Battle by the Beach and this and that. We had Northeast Nationals. We had a couple different names for it.
Northeast Nationals. That's a good one.
It was nice. But then they started the Summer Nationals. New Way started the Summer Nationals in New Jersey. So we're trying not to call it a national tournament when it's not.
Yeah.
I don't want to try to fool
and I
everybody.
always feel, the name Northeast Nationals is kind of it's kind of an oxymoron, right? It's Northeast really, Nationals.
You can't possibly be, right? So
yeah.
It's just it was just a way to kind of get people excited, and I think people are kind of bitter about going to things that they call nationals, where being called All-American in an 8-person bracket just doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
So the Revolution Wrestling Festival is who we are. It's who we're going to be. And like I said, I'm excited for what you said as far as the opportunity. And we're hoping people invest like we are investing, because we're trying to provide a great experience. We've got great referees coming. Colin Pacelli and Wayne Griffin out of Massachusetts are putting together a great staff of referees. So it's not just going to be like kids reffing kids. It's going to be legit. And I think that's all people can ask for is safety and security of the student athletes, and great mat space, and we're providing those things. Air conditioning, building. It's in the summertime.
That's going to be great.
You know what I mean? And like I said, we're continuing to grow it. Last year we saw some growth, and we're going to continue to see that.
You mentioned, earlier, you got wrestlers like Jude Correa that get their start here. What are some of your favorite memories from the past few events?
Yeah, so back in the day, we used to do camp with it, and some of the days we'd have the kids running on the beach. Back in URI, we had a great beach fest. At this tournament, Revolution, we've had great coaches and people meet out. There was some restaurants that we've gotten together at because it's not far from Gillette Stadium, and things like that we've really had some great experiences. It's all about building relationships, building people. It's a people business, and we love those kind of experiences. And we're going to continue to provide those and make sure our coaches and our families know that them coming up this way means a lot to us. Especially guys coming up from New York or New Jersey or Pennsylvania or wherever they're coming from. It just means a lot to bring those people to Rhode Island or to Massachusetts in this case. Is important to me because we love our sport, and we love traveling down to New Jersey. They get great people down there. We love traveling to New York, Long Island, wherever. We love our sport, and we want people to know that it's just as thriving up here, and we want people to experience high-level wrestling up here when they come up.
Yeah, exactly. It's getting to the point where, look at these New England champions we have. They could go down and place in Jersey and Pennsylvania.
Awesome.
Where wrestling is growing here. We have some studs too, so come up to us for once.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey guys, I just need to quickly tell you about this great camp coming up. June 22nd and 23rd at Xavier High School in Massachusetts, 2024 World Champion Vito Aruba will be in the building, along with 2-time Georgia State champ Todd Small and Massachusetts' very own 2-time New England champion Eric Reyes. You're not going to want to miss this 2-day clinic, June 22nd and 23rd from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Registration closes June 18th, so don't miss out on an opportunity to improve, get on the radar, and get ranked. If you're interested, you can email dedhamwrestling@gmail.com or reach out to Eric Reyes at 781-468-8801. That's 781-468-8801. So we kind of touched on it a little bit before again, but I just want to stress again how important it is for kids to get off-season matches. And when events like this come up, you have to jump on them. You know, because like you said, with investing, you know, you got to invest in yourself, invest in the sport. So, you know, I just want to reiterate, you know, like when something like this comes up, jump on it. You know.
Yeah, it's right around the corner.
Hmm.
For most of New England kids, it's pretty centrally located,
Hmm.
and it's a no-brainer. You know, it's right around the corner. It's in your backyard. You got kids coming from all over. You know, get to the tournament and get wrestling. It's important to do that off-season work. You almost want to create more seasons for yourself, and that's how the kids are going to grow and get college attention. I mean, I've already had many college coaches reach out and say, "Hey, can we get into your event for free? We're coming to recruit." And I think I just strongly suggest kids to do it. And kids at the youth level, you got to come get these medals. You got to come be on the circuit, get seen, get heard,
Get
and
ranked.
exactly get ranked. Max, you're there. I mean, you're gonna.
Yeah, I'll be there. You know, I'm gonna be
A little
scouting.
plug for you, Max. You're going to be at the event covering it
Yeah,
as a media professional, and I think kids want to be in your rankings. It's very special to them.
I'm gonna be there taking
The more-
pictures, taking notes
Right.
for rankings, all that.
Absolutely. So the more they get noticed, the more attention they're getting. It's all positive stuff. You do a great job providing that platform for kids to see their name and to get some recognition for their hard work. And that's
Yeah.
really what it is. It's putting the time in on the off season. And the more they do that, the better they are, the more attractive they are to college coaches, because we know they're invested in the sport. It's
Mhm.
huge. It's what we're invested in it. We want them to be invested in it, you know? So it's really important.
You mentioned, you know, how the event's grown. You know, where do you see it in 5 years? You know, do you see it getting to the point where you could call it a national tournament?
You know, I'd really hesitate on doing that. I think, when I look at what New Way is doing, they have that national tournament in New Jersey. They call it a nationals anyway, summer nationals, and they have their Rumble. And USA Wrestling has their Fargo stuff. The USA Nationals. I don't want to try to fool anybody. I want to stay kind of, I want to stay, true to my roots and our core values, which is to provide a great experience, grow the sport in our area. If it came to that point and we felt like we were going to get a national reach, I mean, I would almost venture to say, like, have a couple of summer regionals that are out there where they could qualify for something more centrally located in the country. I would want to do something where they had to qualify to get to it, to call it a nationals. I don't believe in calling something nationals just to get attention. I don't believe in that. So I won't ever do that. Like I said, I partnered with New Way. They were call it Revolution Nationals. I don't believe in that. We're the Revolution Wrestling Festival. It's a great tournament. And like I said, if 5 years down the road and we get to a point where we need to expand facilities and so forth and that kind of thing, and then we got to kind of rethink it. But I would not call something nationals unless there was a qualification to get there.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. And I agree, honestly. The only one I feel like gets away with that is NHSCAs, but that's just because they always get 100 brackets every year. So there's bound to be some hammers.
But that's not real. If you had 8 regions across the country and they had to qualify to get to Virginia Beach, that would be a true nationals. You got kids getting into that tournament that, barely placed at their state tournament.
Yeah.
They're not all state champions. It used to be that you had to be a state champ to go. Now they just take, and I'm not putting them down. It's just they truly have, like, it's called the NHSCA Nationals. I'm not against them calling it that. I think there should be a qualifier to get there.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. When I first started wrestling, I was coming from baseball, so I thought, and especially hearing that there was New England's, I thought there were regionals for every high school.
Sure.
And then I thought NHSCA Nationals was like, oh, top 4 from New England's, top 4 from Southeast.
Sure.
But then I just learned that we're unique.
Yeah, that would make a lot more sense, and I'm all for running something like that where we get 8 regions around the country and have a true national. That's something where I've actually been thinking about these kind of things, quite a bit.
Yeah, hey, you got to.
Yeah.
Kind of getting back just primarily to Revolution now. Do you have any advice to kids or coaches who are on the fence of entering themselves or their clubs?
Yeah, so I think it's
we see a lot of new clubs on the scene, nowadays. So do you think this could be like a great first opportunity for some of these fresh clubs?
I do. I think it's first of all, I think when you come up to an event and you come as a group, it makes a lot more sense. You get a lot more camaraderie and a lot more opportunity. Like they can go see Gillette Stadium, they can go into Boston and experience the Freedom Trail. They can head to Cape Cod to the beaches. They can go to Rhode Island beaches. None of them are that far, so people can come up from clubs or come over from different areas of New England or the Northeast region, and have a very viable experience for their club, very affordable, and great mat time. But our schedule's set up where they could have, if they come in on a Friday and have some time at some of these local venues, or Saturday evening or Friday evening, that kind of stuff, or even Sunday when wrestling's done after the duels, they can go see the beach and stay an extra night. Go have some fun and enjoy the New England. New England in the summer is the best. People come from all over just to come to New England because our beaches, our weather is the best in the summertime. You go down south this time of year, it's too hot, right? So this is where people want to be. This is we're going to continue to grow this sport, grow this area, and we love it, and we hope people buy in because, like I said, I think the group mentality makes the most sense, camaraderie wise. Come up and enjoy.
I agree. I think a festival is a great way to describe it because it's just gonna be it's gonna be such a great event. It's gonna be so much wrestling. Like you said, there's so much nearby to do that everyone could, make it a trip, make it a vacation.
Correct. And that's what we were doing when we had it at URI. We were before the pandemic hit. We had people coming and staying in the dorms. We had people staying in Airbnbs, staying in hotels, and we had this thing called Beach Fest. And like I said, we had Yanni's little brothers out on Narragansett Beach, riding the waves after the Saturday tournament, wrestling on Sunday in the duels. It was tremendous, and we miss having it down by the beach, but at the same time, Boston offers so much. They get the Celtics are, thriving in the NBA Finals. That's probably going to conclude before our event. But just the excitement of being in Boston, the Freedom Trail's there. There's so much to see. The U.S. Constitution is there. We've got Gillette Stadium, home of the Patriots, right down the road, home of the Revolution. Obviously, the soccer team, not our tournament. So there's so much. No, it's all positive stuff in the area. Like I said, Cape Cod beaches aren't far, and
catch a Sox game.
Yeah, catch a Sox game. There's so much. It's awesome, awesome area, and we encourage people from all over the country to come.
Yeah. So, which division are you most excited for?
Great question. Yeah. So I mean, look, I love the excitement of freestyle. I love the throws, the Greco. It's fun to watch. Being a college coach, I have to lean towards the folk style stuff, especially with kids from out of state coming to our area. Got Long Island teams committed, Empire's committed. Last year, the Blue Wave, Coach Tom Aiello's team won it from Long Island, and always brings up some great crews. So we already go to clubs around here and support clubs around here. We see them quite often, but it's exciting to have people from all over get to challenge our Doughboys, challenge our Smitty's Barn, challenge our Mayor Quanchies and those guys and Metro West, and have people and see those matches at the high school level where we're recruiting kids, and to see them in highly contested duels that get really competitive, really heated. And that's what I look forward to. I look forward to some of those heated matches where these guys coming up, it's summer wrestling, but they're heated, they're competitive, they want to win. And this year, in the past couple of years, certain company dropped the ball on some things, and this year we got all the flags ordered for the championship team, so they can put it up in their walls in their club room. So these guys are going to want those championship flags, right? It's a revolutionary flag with our Revolution logo on it. So they're going to want that stuff. They want to take one home, to their club and hang it up on the wall. It's exciting stuff, and teams want to win. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the K through 8 division fills up, as well as the high school division. But the high school division, for selfishly as a college coach and recruiting, that's always the best for me, the high school folk style. But again, I love that we're offering all of it, and we're going to continue to.
Yep, all about the opportunities.
Absolutely.
And you mentioned Empire, Doughboy. I know Smitty's is going. What are some other top clubs we could be seeing there?
Yeah, like I said, the Blue Wave was so tough last year out of Long Island. Coach Tom Aiello did a great job. Metro West brought some teams over in the past. I know Timberlane's bringing a separate team besides Smitty's Barn, so they're coming. some, like you said earlier about some young clubs coming, and there are a couple of young clubs that are signing up, and we're excited to see how they do. Mayo Quanchi with Coach Serge and Coach Mike Barry, they've always brought some championship teams up, and I know with Coach Sensei Serge's son Gabe, he was such an exciting wrestler at the high school level. He's going on to college now, and I know he's got some young guns in that club that are really good, and other clubs around. I know that I could talk about everybody. It's just so awesome that our sport's growing so much. Like I said, we're trying to provide an experience, especially because where you are from, Connecticut, they lean heavily on the freestyle stuff this time of year, and we're providing that opportunity for the Connecticut clubs. We've talked quite a bit with some of the clubs out there with Southside and Fisheye are looking to come and bring some kids to those events, and we're excited about what we're doing, and we continue to grow this thing, and like I said, it's a great opportunity, great investment in summer wrestling, and we're excited to have you there this year for the first time. So it's your rookie year of being at the Revolution, and we're looking forward to supporting your needs as far as a media professional. It's great to have give you that access to the student athletes and provide their reflections on the experience as well. So we're excited for that. Thanks for coming and supporting the event.
Of course, I'm super excited to go in there, get interviews, post-match interviews, see what kids think. It's going to be great.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Of course, Jay, is there anything else you want to talk about, touch on?
No, I'm good. I mean, I know we got a gear company, so there'll be great Revolution gear. We're going to start posting online some of that stuff. Just a great experience celebrating the pre-4th of July in New England. It's an awesome part of our country. You probably noticed at most of my events, I'm very much a patriot. I love our country. I love the USA. I run our Veterans Day event. As you know, together we ran the New England Showcase and the Veterans Day All-American Classic. And again, we always try to give some kind of patriotic theme to the outside events that I run, and I always continue to, because I love our country and love investing back in what we do and supporting the kids along the way.